So this is the home page where we have everything, the comfy, which is our store name, our greeting, and then to the left we did a code where if we hover over the item in the homepage, it'll kind of like get close up. It'll kind of like magnify in or magnify out really
Yeah.
into it. So when we click featured item, for example, it'll take us to here, which is our Nike Flyknit 3.0 plus, where it has the price, the choose your size, and the drop down menu, which you could select your shoe size, the buy button. And below we have kind of like information on the shoe, the details about it, the seller, and kind of like the reviews with the 5 stars. And then when we go back when we click the company, it'll take us back here. And this is where the sale page is, where you could select, where you'll have the title on each one, and it'll show kind of like a little information about it, kind of like get 40% off your next order now. Then it's sectioned off by two other kind of like pages where it's women's or men's clothing. So we'll go to women's clothing. Then here we'll have kind of like the picture of it, the picture of the product, and below that we'll have the title of the product that we have it and the price. And below that we'll have the drop down menu to select sizes and the buy button for each one. So when we go back and go to men's clothing, it'll be the same format that we have it.
And this is the page you worked on, right?
Categories, yes. And the summer sale page was the one my little sister coded.
What do you think was the most challenging part of your website, of your page?
The challenging part would be kind of like centering all these images.
Yeah.
Because at first, I thought that we could just put in a code that was just center in everything and thinking that was just it. But when really it was just more than that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, how touch on something, right, on how you kind of think about smaller components, right, and how you tie them up together. I think that's something really, really important about programming, and something really, something that you were able to master over the summer. And I would agree that was the most challenging thing as well. And it's also, it's going to be a challenge, right? How do you make things look nice on a website? I think that's the most challenging part of it. Yeah.
So then after the categories, we'll go to women's categories. It'll be kind of like the same format. Where
Right.
we have each image, and below it we'll have the same way: the name, the price, the size, the drop-down menu, and the buy button. And we'll go to store locator, which right here, this is what David worked on. And right here is a little map you could drag on. And I'll have the little like red dots to signify where the location is. And right next to it, we have the city and state, the information, kind of like the address and phone number, and the schedules in which they're going to be open or closed, and a little text box like that. And he also worked on the About Us page, where it talks about our missions and what we want to represent as.
Yep.
And the code on here seems kind of complex, but
yeah, we could have done a little bit of I guess cleaning up some of the CSS files, but we didn't get to it.
Yeah. So the way we have it is kind of like where we have the index page, HTML, where it's kind of like, this is kind of like the page where we say we want a box here.
Yeah.
But when you go to the CSS, it's kind of like the styling page where it says, hey, I want the box to be this wide, or I want it to be this color. And we have it to where we have first the index, and that will go to style CSS. Where it would be right here, will be responsible
Yeah.
for either making it green or blue, or responsible for making it what it looks like right now.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing all that. It goes to show, right, like how much you were able to learn over the summer, and all the different things that you, Brianna, and David were kind of able to come up with. So yeah, thanks, Anthony, for sharing all this. I wish we could go and talk about all the different things and details right in the code that we worked on. Uh, but I want to get to some other questions, and yeah, I just wanted to say, like, thank you for sharing that. So yeah, I think some of the closing questions that I wanted to ask you were, I guess I'm not going to ask you, do you enjoy programming? Because I think that's pretty obvious, right? We'll be stating the obvious, but I would say, like, how important do you think programming is? And then, like, what would you say to your fellow, I guess, classmates, or people that might be interested in programming?
I think programming is really important because it kind of like it shows a lot more that people are using even more websites and even more programs, kind of like Twitch or Discord, stuff like that. And it's important for you to start programming so that you can kind of like create things that you thought you could never make. Kind of like or you, like a classmate of mine could either kind of like program the next YouTube or something like that,
Yeah.
create something and that would really benefit off of. And it could either be for that or for you can make games with programming as well, or websites. Like you could create many things with programming. And I feel like that could help people a lot because it kind of like brings out the creativity in them, where they could kind of like design a website and make it as colorful as possible, or somebody else can make it like a website where it could be like monochromatic as possible or the same color,
Yeah.
stuff like that that they could make with programming.
Yeah. I agree with all of that. Programming is right. It's very prevalent in our day to day lives, and programming, in my opinion, like, not only right gives you an opportunity to work on something, but it gives you the opportunity to kind of like show that creativity that might be inside of you, right, and lets you kind of explore and novel things, right. So personally, programming has been very helpful for me and impactful for me in so many ways. And I hope it is the same for you and any other, right, person that does programming, or from a young age, right, and does some of these programs. I guess I want to close off with are you going to do Bold Idea again? What are your programming plans? Are you planning on taking some programming classes at school? How are you going to move forward with programming?
I'm planning to go to Bold Idea again and take programming lessons, but on web development. Because
Nice.
recently I really did enjoy web development and might consider it as a career option.
Awesome. Well, I'm very, I guess, uh, happy, right, that you're thinking about your career. Goes to show, right, the type of person you are. But yeah, you know, it also shows that you enjoy it and you have passion for it, and that's also admirable that you're, like, pursuing your passion. So I'm very glad that you found something that you enjoy and that you want to keep pursuing. So yeah, with that, I think we are at time. Anthony, I just want to say thank you for everything. I think you were a stellar, student. I enjoyed a lot mentoring you, and I hope we cross paths again. Maybe I'll be your mentee in the future on Bull Idea, or maybe we'll work in the same company in like 10 years down the road. I don't know, but very glad that I was able to meet you virtually. It's all really impressive, right? This is what technology and websites enables us to do. But yeah, really appreciative of your time and of your dedication, and I wish you the very best.
And I like and thank you so much for being my mentor. And I want to give a shout out to Brianna, David, you, and every other mentor and student that we were with for this virtual, kind of like program that we did this semester.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Anthony, and have a good rest of your day.
All right, thank you. You too.